Welcome to Monday's Market Outlook here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and it's going to be an interesting week. I think UBS sums it up quite succinctly with this headline: political entertainment while we await the Fed. Obviously, all eyes are going to be on the Fed this week on Wednesday's meeting. Obviously, economists and most of us don't think that they're going to do anything, but as far as raising any interest rates, obviously. But the question will be whether or not she's going to announce formally a flight schedule of them unwinding their massive balance sheet. So we'll be, all eyes, like I said, are on that for Wednesday. But then we got Paul Manafort and what's his name, Trump Jr. also testifying in front of the House or Senate or whoever. So the political clown circus, the clown car in D.C. is going to continue. Stocks are a little bit down. I'd call it unched. I mean, when you see this headline, stocks fall, you expect some big, massive whatever. Well, we predicted this, folks. I said after every one of these rip your face off rallies, especially after that, the infamous Comey memo was a dud. Rip your face off rally followed by sideways. There's a rip your face off rally. What did I predict last week? I said this rip your face off rally would end, and we're going to trade sideways. Massive week as far as earnings. I think some of the FAANGs kick off. The FAANGs are really, really kicking off the first week in August, but I fully expect us to channel through earnings. So let's talk through some of this. Real quick on the oil front, Saudi Arabia announced that they're going to cut their oil export, and that he wanted other countries to follow suit. It wouldn't be funny if it wasn't so comical, if that makes sense. OPEC it's a den of thieves, a den of liars. They all agree to something. They all go back to their countries, do whatever the hell they want to, and they wonder why oil's stuck here down in the 40s. But let's dig into the market right now. Apprehension. That's kind of the word that I got. Tense, apprehensive. A lot of instability in the market right now. So main events and toward the week include the Fed. We're going to get Q2 GDP and lots of White House risk. Like I said, we got those two guys testifying this week. They can only screw it up. I mean, they didn't agree to testify in front of the Senate if they know things are going to go bad. So at least they're going to say as much positive as they can. It's getting old, folks. It has been old. I think America's over it, unless you live in LA and New York and you're a limousine liberal. Most people really don't care about this, but the markets might start to care. Really interesting trade here, and I'm going to cover this in our weekly options live trade brief at 1 o'clock. Somebody did a VIX 1x2 call spread. So listen to this. They sold 262,000 October 12 puts. Remember, when you sell puts, you're actually bullish. You think that the VIX is going to pop. They took in a credit. Whenever you sell something, you bring in money. So they took in a pretty big credit to buy a 1x2 call spread. What did they do? They bought the 262.15 and sold 524, right? Double 262 of the VIX 25. So somebody is making a massive, massive bet out to October, which is a pretty volatile time in the market anyway, that the VIX is going to be a huge spike. So the perfect scenario where this person makes $262 million on this trade is the VIX pops, but it doesn't exceed 25. Remember, they sold those upside calls. So if it goes through 25, start seeing a little bit losses. So this is interesting. We're seeing a lot more of these bets now, especially after one of the reasons I predicted last week that the market was going up, and then that Friday before when I decided to take a little bit of a break with weekly options was what? It's a market paralysis is confirmed. Shorts squeezed and anxious longs are fleeing stocks. So the market's really, really heading up here on low volume, low volatility, and that's just not, people who are getting short this market, whenever the market ticks up a little bit, they're seeing losses and they have to buy to get out of it. So we continue this drift higher. So SPY short interest, and there's the S&P 500. One chart says it all, right? So very, very interesting. Here's another thing to grab a beer and read is wipeout scenario. 250% losses if the VIX spikes to 20. Remember, guys, the average of the VIX over the look at this. The mean VIX on recorded history since 1992 is a 19. Let's round up. It's about a 20. The median is a 16. We're down here, what, 9, 10? So there is a lot of people, not me, there's a lot of people, look at it, we're down here at 965. The average heart rate of the VIX is a 20, folks. Look at this. It's ridiculous. So this low volatility, a lot of people have, thrown in the towel and they're starting to get short vol. Well, this article covers that, with all these vol linked ETFs, if the VIX doubles, I'm not going to read the whole article here, but if the VIX doubles from where we are right now to like a 20 to its average, folks. So obviously right now we are way below average. Look at this. I think they did the math. It's about a $40 billion loss. So all these people that are short vol right now thinking nothing at all can happen in bad, no way, no how. If the VIX doubles to a 20, white people are going to get absolutely destroyed. I would not be short volatility here. As a matter of fact, I'm telling my traders every once in a while, we got to throw on a VXX bullish double vertical because something most likely is going to happen to freak this market out. I don't know what it is. I keep briefing you on all the potential bad things that happen, and even when some of those things happen, the market, the VIX doesn't spike. But doing the math here, man, there's a lot of cats in a room full of rocking chairs, man, and a lot of people scared. I'm not scared. Not scared of anything. To be honest with you, we're options traders. We can potentially make money whether the market's going up, down, or sideways, right? But this, doing the math on this one is pretty shocking. All the people that are getting short vol. We talked about this last week. The ECB and Mario just kind of fiddling around here. The fact that he said we didn't even maybe talk about when we will talk about saying last call with our liquidity. So, that felt pretty good. I love this headline. U.S. and Exxon spar over Russia sanctions violation. Secretary of State, he was commanding officer over there at Exxon. He was in the company for like 45 years. Look at the fine. $2 million fine. Come on. Wall Street Journal, you kidding me? I read this. I'm like, holy crap. It's a $2 million fine. Rex Tillerson could find $2 million in his couch. And, it's a big headline. ExxonMobil down a little bit. Not on this news, I don't think, but it's just funny. And here comes the battle of the blue blood banks. UBS downgrades Goldman on slump in trading revenues. One of my favorite pastimes is after financial earnings come out is how the banks start shooting broadsides at each other. Like Goldman downgrades Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo down. Okay, guys. But I actually agreed with this downgrade, and we're going to talk tomorrow on the primary live trade brief at 10 about our Goldman Sachs positions. Goldman Partners cash out. Goldman's partners stake in the company slips below a regulatory threshold that had mandated public disclosure. So when you're a public company, folks, once you slip below a certain level of the partner's money in the company, you're supposed to disclose that. They're not. Goldman is still treating this firm, even though it's been public for years, as its own private ATM. That's not good, and that might shift my strategic mindset and my commit criteria on this position. Net, folks, I went from cautiously bullish. I think this week, next couple weeks as we get FAANG earnings, I think I'm going to be market neutral here. I think we chop sideways, like I said, just like here, just like here, just like here. After we have one of these massive rip your face off rallies, we end up hanging out and asking ourselves, do we really go higher? I think if Janet's dovish this week, that'll be a reason for another leg up. Until that point, we're probably going to put a bull put spread on here in a couple minutes in our weekly options live trade brief. Okay, I got to get rowing. I got to get going and maybe rowing. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. And I'll be back with Tuesday's market sit rep tomorrow. We'll see.